What is PSSM and why don't we want to breed for it? PSSM is a term that I use quite often when referring to my mare Sophie because she carries a copy. And I always talk about how when we breed her, we test her embryos for PSSM before we implant them. And if they have a copy, we don't use them because it's not something we want to breed for. It's not something we want to continue in our bloodlines. She's cranky because she didn't go outside today. It's pouring if you can't tell. PSSM stands for polysaccharide storage myopathy. It's a genetic condition, so it has to be passed from parent to offspring. And it basically causes abnormal glycogen storage in their muscles. So there's PSSM1 and PSSM2. She has one copy of PSSM1. I don't know all the differences between the two of them. Now, I believe Sophie is the only horse I've ever had that at least to my knowledge, that has had PSSM. And because I really haven't had her under a whole lot of stress, I haven't shown her, she hasn't been in training, and to my knowledge, even the people before her that showed her, she didn't really show a whole lot of symptoms. And that's possible. Some horses that have this disease don't necessarily show symptoms all the time or in an extreme way. And not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, it can be managed through diet and exercise. But for those horses that do suffer from the side effects and the bad effects of this disease, here are some of the symptoms. Symptoms can be muscle stiffness, lameness, sweating, muscle tremors, a tense abdomen. Their muscles may become so fatigued and they have such soreness and tremors that they stop trying to stand or they stop trying to move. That's like the severity of it. It may start showing up just through a bad attitude or poor performance. Their muscles might just start weakening. So it's one of those things where it could be quite mild in your horse, and it could be where through diet and exercise, like I said, you can maintain them and keep them comfortable and they can be active and ridden and all those things. Or it could be really severe. It can be something that you can't maintain, and it could actually cause your horse to, need euthanasia to put them out of their misery, or they just live a pretty not fun life. So because of the unpredictability of that, you're never going to know, hey, if my horse has this gene, is this going to be something that affects them, or are we going to get lucky and it doesn't? That's something that with modern technology and modern breeding, we can hopefully stay away from. And because I know Sophie has it, but she has so many other qualities that I would like to pass on, that's why we are now testing her embryos and only using the genetically healthy ones. Now, I'm not saying this video as like an attack on anyone who has ever bred a horse that has PSSM. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just telling you what we've chosen to do with our mare and the effects of the disease and what it is. If I missed anything, because I'm not an expert by any means, not a vet, like I said, this is my first bout with it. So if you have a horse that you've had experience with longer, that you have, something else to add to this, please let me know in the comments. I'm always trying to learn. And those ears, I promise you, are because it's raining and she wants to go outside really bad. You look cute even when you're mad.